Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for The Boys Season 2, Episode 2. Oh, it feels so good to be doing this show and doing like a live action show. So, before we get into the recap, something I didn't mention last episode I just want to mention real fast. So let me know what you guys think as you're watching these reactions to live action shows as opposed to the anime that I normally do. Do you guys like it? Should I start trying to do some live action shows regularly alongside anime, or do you like me better only doing anime? I'm just curious what the audience thinks, so what you guys think. Maybe audience is the wrong word, but anyway. Yeah, so last time on The Boys, we had a almost entire episode without Butcher, and I was really starting to miss him, but don't worry, because Daddy's home! I love that so much. Actually, real quick, before we even start, I want to get... I'm gonna put English subtitles on, I think. English audio description for audio. No, I think I just want subtitles. I don't watch a lot of shows on Amazon Prime, so I'm not used to this. Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch them with subtitles last time, and sometimes I have, depending on what's going on in the show, I have a hard time understanding Frenchie and Butcher every now and then. Usually I can understand the majority of what they say, but I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything, you know? So we're gonna try this episode with subtitles. But anyway, sorry. Ranting. But yeah, we have Homelander confronted Stan, and that was a very intense conversation that they had. It was fantastic. Stormfront has joined the Seven. Then we have the Deep, and I'm really interested in what her abilities are and stuff like that. We have the Deep, who is kind of hitting rock bottom, but now kind of getting roped into a cult-like situation because of his, you know, urge to get back into the Seven, and now they're baiting him with, hey, we can get you back in. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with that and that random-ass, church cult conditioning thing they were doing there. But, yeah, we have Huey and the gang trying to do stuff on their own. Huey wanted to kind of be the new leader, but he didn't really have the experience needed. So they ended up calling Butcher back, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this episode, watching another one here, and getting to see Butcher in his full returned glory. Alrighty, guys, so let's get into it. So, like usual, if you've watched my shows or if you watched the first episode, I do timer-based stuff to prevent copyright issues. That way, you know, doing this timer-based system avoids any issues rather than trying to find, 5 different workarounds where, sometimes my videos have the footage in it, sometimes you have to go to a different, website to watch it. All my videos are gonna have one consistent format, so that's why I do this timer-based system. Apologies if it's not for you, but get your reference footage ready. I'm watching this on Amazon Prime, of course. You guys are probably doing the same, or however you're watching it, get it ready to sync, because we are gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Alright. Graphic things. Oh. Is that you, Butcher? Yes, it is. Subtitles. I love subtitles sometimes. Just wind whooshing. I know it's there for deaf people, but I have a hair in my mouth, and I got it first try. Wow. Oh, we're getting a little bit of what we missed, huh? Is he looking at the address? Possibly? So now we're seeing Butcher's side of things, I think, right? Maybe? Last time he woke up on a lawn, so he's waking up in a different point? And he had different clothes on when he showed up with Huey and them. Interesting. The boys. This is where he's going to write down whatever it is he's looking at. Yep, the red crayon. Yep. He's trying to remember where he was. Uh-oh. Oh! Bye-bye. Okay. So he wrote down whatever he could remember, I guess. From the looks of it. There's definitely more to that story, because why did he show up in a jumpsuit? Oh, she's trying to learn how to write. Boy. I feel like there should be a way that she can communicate it, but I'm trying to think of how she could communicate what she's trying to say. She needs, like, a whatever language she speaks to English dictionary, right? And look up her word for brother, and then write that down, or just point to it. Right? If that is her brother that she's trying to point out. Oh, Huey. I understand why Huey's mad, but if he wants to get shit done, Butcher's the way to do it. I'm letting my bias come in a little bit, though. Butcher just knows the position that he's in. Oh, man, it's so good. Apologies for the humming, by the way, guys. It'll probably stop at some point. Is he bullshitting? Ryan. Okay. I saw that in the subtitles, but I couldn't remember if that's what it was named. My baseball! Oh, so he doesn't even know. That poor kid. Yeah, let Butcher live so he can see his son whenever, right? That's what he did. Oh. I was gonna say. His gills. Right? Yep. Frescoes, goddammit. They're conditioning good behavior by giving him a fresco like every time he does something good, right? Ugh. What is it? Are we gonna get a high, deep episode? Or is it not actually that kind of thing? Wait, what? Jeez. Jeez, it's so friggin' politicized, everything. Stormfront! Ooh, oh! Purple lightning! Oh! Interesting. To what extent? She did a little bit in her hand. How much can she do? What? When? Oh boy. Oh. A butcher, like sighting a butcher maybe? No, that sighting of butcher was previously, right? I guess we don't know how long ago that was. But no, that's definitely not what it is. I can't remember her name. Shoot. An edible arrangement, is that what that was? That doesn't seem like something you send to a funeral. Butcher. Grace. That was her name? Did they refer to her as someone else before? Maybe her last name before? Because I remember they always said, like, someone's grandkids. And I don't remember it being Grace's grandkids. Oh. Hmm. Does he actually, though? Okay, yeah. Just dipping a little toe. So Susan Rayner was her name. That was another name I forgot. I need to try to remember. So many people in the show. Oh no. Oh no. What are we about to see? We're gonna see something fucking ridiculous. Oh no, don't. No. Are his gills talking to him? Oh. Don't. Oh, that's disgusting. What the fuck? Who is that? Oh my god, I know who that is, but I don't know his name. I know who's voicing his Gills. I just don't know the name. So creepy. What the hell? Yeah, it's the same guy that plays the Koenig brothers from Shield, right? Agents of Shield. Man, Maeve looks so different without her costume on. It's crazy. There we go. Finally, the humming stopped. Apologies for that going on for so long. Okay, so it's just a random thing that she got called in for, not... uh, what? Are these all the different takes that they do, or is she just actually awkwardly repeating everything? Or why are they just asking the question a bunch? I'm guessing it's different takes, right? Nice. I agree with Stormfront. Yes. Whoa. So he's out of his coma. Jeez, that actually like made me jump a little bit. Like, I don't know, like not much, just like a tiny, the ittiest bit, just because I wasn't like expecting that at all. So he's clean now. Does he remember everything? Jeez. So did he just take it? Or did he buy it? Yeah, he definitely remembers, I think. Must be hard putting on such a fake face all the time like this from Starlight. Oh. Yep. Is he gonna show any gratitude? I mean, they could have left him for dead. I guess not. Just gonna walk away. Just interesting music to just be sitting there listening to. It's good, but trying to figure out what kind of vibe he had in his mind when he like decided to listen to that music. Mallory's grandkids, that's what it is. So Grace, so her name's Grace Mallory? Or Mallory Grace, maybe. I guess Butcher does refer to people as their last names because he talks to about Raynor. So her first name's probably Mallory, or her last name's Grace. Oh, he's so good. Just as, like, his facial acting is so good, too. Oh. Did he come down? Nope. Ugh. The effect is too good. Kevin. Is that the first time we've heard his real name? Oh. Such a simple line, but I feel bad for the guy sometimes. Even though he's done some fucked up shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, so I have the subtitles on, like I mentioned at the start, and it just said Deep and Gills, and it just said the lyrics. That was amazing. This show is a fantastic way of making me feel extremely awkward. I've seen that actress somewhere that's playing Stormfront. I'm trying to remember who it is. I feel like I might have seen her as a younger actress, maybe? Oh, the front she's putting up is good. Oh shit. Oh. I was gonna say what happened to his eye, but they do, like, research by cutting things out of him, right? Oh shit. They just keep bringing up the pockets. jeez. Oh, shit. Is he gonna want it again? Is he still addicted to it, maybe? Did he learn his lesson? What? What? Wait, what'd you do? Did she drop it somewhere? Oh, it's in her bag! It's in her bag! How did she manage that? Uh-oh. Oh shit, where's she going? Okay. I was worried that something was gonna happen to the person that Ryan was staying with. The, like, Homelander was gonna go after him or something. I don't like seeing him drink normal milk now. Is that young Butcher? He looks so different in that picture. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, what's this? Whoa. Ugh. Some kinda... Is this where... Is this where they did the test on, like, Homelander and stuff? Jeez. And they have cameras on their house. I saw the cameras, but I thought it was for Becca to, like, watch and keep an eye on to see, like, who's at the front door, but no, it's for these guys. It's possible with Homelander. Yeah, because we have that research facility that that Homelander was, like, raised in. I don't know if Dr. Park was the guy that, like, told him last season, told Homelander about the kid stuff. Jeez. Homelander killed him. So anybody she tries to get close to, Homelander kills. Wow. Wow, she's telling her. That is not good. We knew he had like some kind of obsession with Maeve as well, like not wanting anybody else near her. Cell phone? the, the face was just like, but I don't wanna. Damn. That's actually really sad hearing him say that. The kid. Okay. See, I wasn't sure if he was referring to the doctor guy that raised him when he mentioned that ball, you know, but nope, it was just complete bullshit. Wow. He legit just called himself a god. Jeez. Is it confirmed that his son has all of Homelander's powers? Because if you make a kid like that actually believe that, that's not good. He could get himself hurt. Even if he's, you know, bulletproof or whatever. I wonder if Homelander has a weakness. Wow. That poor kid. Oh, shit. Hmm. I hate to admit it, but Homelander has a little bit of a point, you know? Especially with a kid with powers, you don't want him being angry about that kind of stuff. Whoa. Whoa. How? How? How did he know? This is gonna get complicated if it is Kamiko's brother. Oh boy. Oh, pretty tinsel. Party store? Costumes, yeah. Hmm. I kinda wanted Butcher to just like punch the head off the Homelander thing. Oh shit, that's a bomb. Oh shit. Oh! Jesus. Shining Light Liberation Army. Ooh. Oh, she's gone. I can't believe she doesn't... She can understand English, but she can't write it, I guess? Which I guess makes sense. Hug him. She's gonna hug him, right? Yup. Brother, right? So she can't talk. Okay. I am sorry, guys. I don't know if that was established. Oh, god damn it, Butcher. Not good. Jeez. So far, it's all been on metal, I think. I was trying to figure out last episode whether it was telekinesis or just metal, you know, Magneto stuff. God damn it, Butcher. How did she not notice? Ooh, nice. You go, Stormfront. You do you. I can't believe they let her in the 7. Like, she's everything the 7 stands against for, like, publicity and stuff. Uh-oh. Oh. I like Butcher, but he does not change at all, does he? Like, why does he so readily accept Kamiko into their group, but literally shoots everybody else, you know? Oh, shit. They're not gonna leave Huey. Yeah, exactly. Talk more about Butcher's character after the episode in discussion. Opening up a little bit. Wow. Okay. Okay. I didn't put that together. My bad. I get more of his motivations now. Japanese, nice. I didn't realize. I guess I forgot where they were from, maybe? I guess. I may not understand Japanese, but I watch enough anime to recognize it when it's being spoken. Oh. That's interesting. So if it works on one person, maybe blood relation, it's more likely to work. I wonder if that's actually true or if it was just a coincidence. Or if it's like something in the blood that makes it more compatible with the person based off something in your DNA. Oh. Oh, jeez. Don't call him. Or, oh. That may be worse. Yep, here he is. Well, that just... Jeez. Is he gonna use it, or... Ooh. Oh, what is she gonna hold up against him? Oh. Jeez. Sports Illustrated. The first one she mentions. You go, Starlight. Hell yeah. And she takes it back. Nice. Well played. That look on his face was definitely like frustration and anger with her, but also it almost looked like a little bit of like proud, you know? In a sense, like maybe just like the slightest bit, maybe not. Maybe that's just me reading into it wrong. Whoa. It's Homelander, maybe? Hmm. Oh, shit. Damn, so he's totally integrated with the terrorists. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, no. Damn, they just got reunited. Oh, that sucks. Whoa. Is it because she has metal honor, or is it just telekinesis? Damn, I think it's just telekinesis. I think he can just pick anything up and throw it. Doesn't have to be metal. Unless he can do, like, the iron in the blood or some crazy shit like that. Okay, that jump on him looked a little wonky. It didn't look like she jumped from where she was in that building. Oh wow, they found her. That was a great little facial exchange. She was just like, just gave Butcher an angry look, and he was like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't push that any further. might have said too much." Butcher showing a little fear. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, Butcher. MM's just like, are you getting in or what? Spit the blood. Oh, he's still going. Looked like he was really thinking about it, though. Good song. Psycho Killer. Alright. So, that's the end of episode 2, guys. good stuff. Further in the story a bit. Butcher back, but he actually opened up a little bit. I spoke way too soon. I apologize for that right off the bat. I'll get into that, I guess, right away, since I already started talking about it. Usually I try to go through, like, from the beginning of the episode forward when I do discussion, but, yeah, I was literally just saying that his character hasn't changed much, because, I mean, even though they have, Kimiko in the group, right, they don't, like... You would think maybe by now he would soften up to some soups, you know, maybe have a slightly more open mind, so it's like, you know, he doesn't even, like, take into consideration Kamiko's brother as someone that they could maybe trust and work with, possibly, and he doesn't even, like, give it a chance, you know, but I kind of forgot about the conversation. I guess I just didn't really clue in that Butcher had to catch the terrorist in order for Mallory to help Butcher get back with Becca. So maybe either that was an agreement they made off screen, or I just didn't, like, clue into that agreement that they made during the scene that they had talking to each other. So that's my bad. But when he brought it back up, that reminded me, like, okay, so maybe Butcher would be a little bit more open if it wasn't for Becca being involved in this, you know? I'm wondering if that is the case, because he is definitely a stubborn man, you know? It's very possible that he would not give a shit, you know? Like, even after what Huey did, he still punched him and said, "If you get between me and my missus again," you know, like, right there at the end. So, I mean... Butcher is unrelenting. He's definitely... I love Butcher as a character, but he definitely has some of those flaws, you know? His just overwhelming hatred for soups. But I was thinking, when Butcher was so adamantly focused on killing soups, and I thought that was still his personality right here, you know? I thought he was still, like, adamantly against every single soup, you know? So I was thinking to myself, before he mentioned the deal with Mallory, that I was thinking, if he was faced with Becca's kid, Ryan, and knew that he was a soup, knew he was Homelander's son, but on the other side of things, he's also Becca's son, you know? So I don't expect Butcher to have any kind of, like, real feelings for the kid, you know? Especially because it was a kid born of, you know, cheating on him, essentially. We don't know the full story yet, but it seemed like she went with Homelander willingly at the time to sleep with him, you know? Now, that also very easily could have been coerced, you know, behind, like, could have threatened her, and she just walked with him to that hotel room or wherever it was that they had their time together. But it's also very possible that, like they said, I think they said it, she was just very starstruck with Homelander and went with him willingly. Maybe they didn't say that, maybe that was just speculation on my part, but either way. But so my thought was, would he kill the kid, right? Like, if he's so against soups all the time and doesn't make exceptions, well, I mean, he made the exception for Kamiko, right? But... So, I mean, obviously he could make the exception again, but, you know, I imagine if he does stick with that attitude of, like, all other soups except Kamiko have to die, I imagine he's going to be faced with another crisis of, you know, like, questioning his resolve if it came to the kid, you know? So, I don't know. We'll just have to see where Butcher's character goes, but it was cool that he opened up and was able to tell his group everything that's going on. Because obviously you want your group clued into this kind of stuff, so they know. I mean, because I feel like Butcher can't really blame Huey too much. I definitely think Huey was in the right, but Huey also didn't know the full story. Huey didn't know that Butcher was trying to get this terrorist in order to be able to see his girl again, so... Yeah. But anyway. It's interesting going back to towards the beginning of the episode where Homelander was talking to his son and kind of putting up a front, you know. I was going to kind of talk about that a bit, but it ended up being changed throughout the episode, you know. As he got more used to talking to his son, he ended up like cutting out the bullshit and speaking the truth to him, or at least what seemed like the truth, at least to me anyway. I mean, I don't think he would have that whole God, like, we are gods conversation. I don't think that was bullshit, you know. I actually believe that Homelander thinks he's a god, you know. But when he was talking about, like, the baseball from his dad and stuff, I was like, man, he even has this, like, bullshit, you know, kind of mask that he puts on in front of his kid, but then he kind of let the mask go. It was kind of interesting. This episode had a lot of, like, someone putting on a front, and then later in the episode breaking down their walls a little bit that they put up, you know? So, like, it was very interesting because we had Stormfront, who was just kind of, like, being Stormfront, very, very aggressive, not aggressive, but very forward and no bullshit kind of attitude. But then we had Maeve, who was kind of, you know, putting up a front even with, I think Elena was her name, the girl that she was visiting in the hospital, putting up the front until Elena really started, like, pushing for Maeve to leave because she was still, like, mad at her. But then ended up, like, breaking down that wall a little bit towards the end of the episode and admitting that she left Elena because she was worried for her life after what Homelander did to the guy that sat next to her for a long period of time, you know? Which is crazy. And it's interesting because obviously we know that Homelander had that weird, like, sexual but also familial relationship with shoot, what's her name? Madeline, right? Madeline Stillwell, I think it was. He had that weird relationship with her, but he also cared about Maeve, which was interesting. And I wonder, like, what his motivations... I kind of wish I got, like... I kind of want to go back and see the scenes where Homelander talks to Maeve, because they definitely had a thing in the past. They talked about it in the first season. But in the first season, they also talked a lot about, like, how it really seemed like Homelander still wanted to be with Maeve, but then it started transitioning to him being really connected to Madeline, and it... Does he just like both of them? Because obviously that's a possibility, but it definitely seemed like he was leaning more towards Madeline later in the season, but Maeve is still very much fearful for what Homelander could do. So is it just like a jealousy thing? Is he still interested in Maeve at this point in the show, you know? I don't know, but yeah, we also had... going back to the whole thing about, like, putting up these walls and then breaking them down later on in the episode, I mean, Butcher did that with him, like, putting up the front and then explaining everything later on. We had Starlight, who was putting on her fake performance for Vought and then breaking down towards the end, you know, even with Stormfront, she kind of stopped being her goody two-shoes self and then a little bit. And then really tearing down those walls when it came to A-Train, you know, because he obviously knows everything already. But yeah, it was just kind of like an interesting how some shows do themes sometimes, and that definitely seemed like a theme for this episode, you know. But yeah, I'm still wondering what happened to... Like, I feel like there's going to be more to the story with Butcher, right? Because, okay, so we know that Butcher was brought before Becca at the end of last season, and then he saw Becca, and then I guess they didn't say much because he said, and then he woke up in, like, the parking lot of that restaurant. So, I'm wondering if that means, like, Homelander obviously took him there. Knocked him out and took him there, I'm guessing. But we know that when Butcher arrived at the end of last episode, he was wearing like a tracksuit that was like very tight on him, and they were making fun of his clothes. But he wasn't wearing that when he arrived at the restaurant. So from the point where he left that restaurant, something happened that caused him to get the tracksuit. Now, it might have no consequence. Like maybe he was seen at the restaurant, so he was worried that she'd be able to identify him by like the clothes he was wearing too. So he decided to get changed, you know? But there's also a possibility that something else happened. But yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I'm not really sure. I guess I can't really speculate what happened because we just have no idea. But yeah, I'm just wondering if there is something more to that. But yeah, what else is there to talk about? I know there's more. There was something in the beginning. I felt like maybe it was just the Homelander stuff, but I felt like there was something in the beginning that I was like, ooh, I want to talk about that more. Oh, let's see if I can skim through the episode a tiny bit, real fast here, and see if I can kind of figure out what it was. Okay, well, first off, I guess I'm just going to kind of skim through the episode, and as I see things, talk about them, because my memory's crap. I forget stuff all the time, which is why I'm actually thinking about writing stuff down, because at least for these, like, hour-long shows, there's so much that happens in them, you know? It's, as opposed to my normal reactions where I do anime that are only, like, 20 minutes long, you know? I definitely feel like there's so much more that I need to remember. I do remember, like, I don't know, there's just, like, minor, like, things that I noticed that it would be really nice to just, like, quickly jot down, so I should get a notebook or something. But, anyway, so Kamiko can't talk. I don't know if that was established in Season 1. I apologize if it was. For some reason, I just assumed she spoke a different language, so she never bothered talking, you know? But it seems like she can't at all talk. Now, she already knows sign language, so my guess is that something that was from birth, because because I had the thought during the episode, I was like, did she lose the ability to talk when she was injected with Compound V and got her powers, you know? But no, I believe she was mute, I believe is the term for people that can't talk, before, like, as a kid and stuff, which is why she knows sign language. Obviously, it could just be that she did become mute because of the Compound V, and then she just happened to know sign language already because she learned it in school or something, but I don't know. But my guess is it was from birth. Especially because her brother could understand it too, so it's something that usually, like, a family does, you know, when a child, like, can't, like, needs to know sign language and stuff like that. But yeah, interesting. Now, do we have any evidence, like, that she could be deaf and she's always just reading lips very well? I think she can hear. I don't think we've had any evidence that she can't hear, like, people, like, sneaking up on her or anything. I think, and I feel like there might have been times where she reacted to sound and not just visuals, you know, so. But I could be wrong. But I think it's just that she can't talk. That's what I'm going to go with the assumption now. But it's interesting because you would think if she knew sign language, she would show Frenchie and them that she knew it. You know, she would try to do sign language for, like, brother, you know, when she realized it was her brother, rather than just trying to write down boy. Because they could very easily, like, just pull up a book on sign language or something and figure out what she's signing and figure out brother way earlier. Now, I understand that it was for the story, right? Like, that's why they didn't do that. Or maybe, like, maybe all these events are happening a lot faster than I thought they were, but I'm pretty sure like days and days have gone by, so I'm not sure. And they had like other books like for dummies and stuff, so why couldn't they, you know, get like a sign language book and she show that she can do sign language? I don't know, but anyway, because I mean sign language is universal, right? Like I think like sign language doesn't change between like Japanese and English and stuff like that. They don't have like their different versions, right? It's all just one, I think. I'm not super familiar with it, but anyway. But yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. Also, it's too bad that what's it called? That her brother is so integrated with the terrorist group, you know? It definitely like I wonder if it's something where he's like kind of young and was very much influenced by their ideals and can't really see like all the bad they've done, you know, like almost like a Stockholm syndrome, just like kind of like how these terrorist groups can kind of rope in kids sometimes, you know, like obviously he's not like a kid, like a child, you know, he's obviously either looks like he's like late teens or even early 20s possibly, you know, but yeah, I don't know, because he definitely seems to like believe in the cause of the terrorist group, and I mean, in a sense, maybe they do have some good points if these soups are coming down from the sky and destroying like schools and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I think that's what he was implying, right, when he was talking about the school collapsing and propane tanks exploding. Was that the soups that came down and was fighting the terrorists that caused all this like collateral damage, or was I believe that's what he was saying, because that's why he was like justifying that this terrorist group that he's running with is good, right? Because they're fighting against these people. Like the whole world is against this country, is what he was saying. The whole world is against America is essentially what he's saying. But interesting. But yeah, it's just too bad that Kimiko finally got some like family, finally got some like good news, but then had to end up having this fight with her brother. And now, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, is Kimiko going to try to stop them from bringing the brother to the CIA? Or is Kimiko just okay with her brother being, you know, like Huey said, thrown in a black site and never to be seen again, you know? I imagine she's not okay with that, but I wonder what kind of conflict is going to come from this now, but let's see here. It's I guess we could talk about the Deep and everything that happened this episode with him. That was one thing that I don't know why I forgot about it, but the whole talking Gills part was hilarious. It's just so many characters to follow and keep track of, you know. But that was so cringy and so awkward. It was ridiculous. Like, oh my god, friggin' like I think I would have been a lot more cringed out, I think, if it wasn't for the voice actor. It gave me a lot of like interesting stuff. So they show some actor stuff here, but it's not saying who. What was his name? Let's see here real fast. I just want to give props to the actor. Patton Oswalt, that's what it is. It's funny that the voice is so, or the name is so familiar as soon as you see it, but I just couldn't think of it. Patton Oswalt, yep. I'm pretty sure that's the voice of his Gills there. That was so good. Oh my god, I recognize it from obviously a lot of things. He has a very recognizable voice. There's some people where I'm like, you know, I can't differentiate their voices when I hear them, but that's definitely one of the ones I recognize. So, but yeah, that was just so funny. Just he took this drug, and I guess like what it is it's some kind of drug that like brings up, it makes you confront your insecurities, you know, which is essentially what the therapist was trying to do, right? She was trying to get deep to realize what is bothering him about his character, which, I mean, honestly, they're so creepy and cult-like, it makes it terrifying and, like, terrible, but really what they're doing is, like, pretty good. Like, if the Deep is so focused on ignoring this part of himself, it's something that he does need to accept. But I like how it just showed them buying, like, even more frescoes, and I mentioned it during the reaction, like, I imagine it's going to be something along the lines of every time they do something good, they give them a fresca, and every time whenever they do something bad, they don't give them a fresca and stuff like that. So then they start being conditioned to realize that, you know, this good behavior, like, you know, if I do this stuff more, I'll get more frescas, you know? And even if it's not something that you actively think about, it's something that just gets conditioned in your mind, you know? But I wonder, like, this church that is being brought up, how big of a part they're going to play in the story. Is this just like a random deep storyline encounter, or is this actually like the church trying to get their roots into the Seven and spread their influence more, you know? And if they can get the Deep, like, fully converted and conditioned, then they can use him to spread the word. And when it comes from the Seven, everyone's going to listen to it, you know? Providing that the Deep does manage to stay in the Seven. But yeah. And also A-Train woke up. We can talk about that, I suppose. I was wondering if they were going to do, like, it's a definitely, like, storyline cliche where a character is in a coma and they wake up and they don't remember, you know? And I was wondering if they were going to play with that a little bit, but nope, just right out of the gate, just drop the bullshit, I know everything kind of mentality. So, now, my curiosity is, he was taking the Compound V, he could have very well been taking it to protect Vought, right? But I'm wondering if he would have used again. Because sometimes when a character goes through something like that, or a person, not just a character, they'll start to rethink how they've been living their life up till now, and they might change their ways, you know? But I couldn't really tell. Like, he didn't really give me any... Like, he didn't seem like he changed at all, which made me feel like he very much could have just used again, you know? But I don't know. It did kind of seem like he wanted to quit, but just couldn't before this whole incident happened. So I guess I wouldn't really be surprised if he wanted to quit, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see whether he, you know, starts trying to get Compound V again to use, or if he comes across it again, if he'd use it, you know. But yeah, so he's back in the story. So now we have A-Train back. We have Homelander, Maeve, Starlight, Stormfront, and Black Noir. So we have 6 of the 7, and now we're just kind of waiting on the Deep to see if he redeems himself. It seems like they were trying to replace him, but I guess we'll see whether if he can redeem himself before they replace him, you know, then maybe he'll get back in. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah. We talked about that stuff a bit. Yeah, that talk show bit, when they were, like, talking about A-Train and stuff, and, like, that mission bullshit story they were going on about, and then they were like, what if I told you he's behind you? And then, like, I started, like, focusing so hard on, like, right behind Starlight, and then he, like, ran in, and it did, like, it did his noise when he runs in and stuff, and it actually made me, like, jump a little bit, like, it wasn't much. I feel like it was more, like, shocking than, like, a scared jump, because usually my heart feels like it, like, skips a beat, you know, when you have that, like, jump scare kind of moment, and it wasn't like that, but it was more like, oh, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was definitely weird. Ugh, frickin' the Deep singing with his goddamn Gills. I loved that too. The subtitles when they both started singing together just said Deep and Gills. It's funny because that's like my favorite part of the episode was just something in the subtitles that I would have never seen if it wasn't for that. But okay, so I want to talk about this. So Dr. Park, Becca went to go talk to Dr. Park, and it even showed us as the audience, which is interesting. It showed us as the audience that Homelander was in their house, at the security cameras at the time of Becca being there. And Dr. Park was saying that, we'll just hope that Homelander gets bored and moves on, which is a very real thought, It's very possible that he would do that. But later on in the episode, Homelander repeated the same exact phrase, and I feel like that cannot be a coincidence. Now, my thought was somehow he knew maybe he had, Dr. Park's office bugged, or there's no way his hearing is that good. Is it that he heard their conversation from that house all the way to wherever that compound is, right? So either there's a bug or someone on the inside. I mean, I guess it's possible that you could say that Homelander knows Dr. Park well and knows what he would think and could predict that, but I feel like there's no way, right? So how did he know that was the wording that they used? And that's very interesting. And since they made a note to show that Homelander was at that location, so it wasn't that Homelander was secretly following her, right? Because he was there. So how did he know? That'll be interesting. Definitely, I think one of the more, at least for what I've noticed, one of the more, subtle clues they've given us, because usually they're very straightforward with a lot of the stuff in this show. They don't try to fuck around with the viewers and just, give you subtle little clues and, some mystery to figure out later. Usually they're very straightforward, I think this is one of the first times they've given us that kind of, somewhat subtle clue that something more is going on, and we just have to try to, figure it out. But yeah, another thing I was talking about during the episode that I wanted to talk about a little bit more was Homelander with his kid when they had the God conversation. I was saying during the reaction that that's something very dangerous for a kid. We don't know if the kid has every ability that Homelander has, His eyes glowed, right? We've seen that firsthand, but we don't know if he has the durability of Homelander, the physical strength, although it seems like every superhero has the physical strength, but we don't know how it works when it's, passed down through, giving birth to a kid, So is that going to be something that we see eventually? I'm sure we will, but the thing is if he doesn't have all the powers, then it's very dangerous to give a kid this God complex, even though Ryan definitely seemed to, not listen to Homelander, which is great. I really love that the kid's, intuition was enough to be you're my dad, but I don't really know you. You're weird, mister, there's something not right. It's great, and the kid did a fantastic job acting that out, with having, just the I don't believe a word you're saying kind of look on his face. I felt like the actor was phenomenal on that, especially for a kid, whatever they do, I don't know. I'm wondering, because I feel like the facial acting is on point with this show, right? I feel like facial acting is, so much more of this show than I notice in other shows. Just the way, the looks on their faces and everything, just, I feel fit their personalities so well in their agenda and whatever's going on in the scene and stuff like that so well. Maybe it's just because in this show I notice it more because I noticed it early on, so now I look out for it, and it's not something I really look out for in other shows, but yeah, either way, giving a kid this God complex idea, if Ryan were to actually listen, isn't good, because even though he's kind of locked away and and away from society, he could still do dangerous stuff if he's like, oh, you know, if I'm a god, then I can fly like Homelander, and if he doesn't know how to do it yet, jumps off the roof, and maybe he's not as durable and really hurts himself, you know? I don't know, but, you know, anything like that is just super dangerous for Homelander to be telling a kid. Not that Homelander really cares. I don't know how much he really cares about this kid. I can't pinpoint it. Like, I think there's a part of him that does want to try to have this family connection, because there is a part of him that, like, you know, he talks a lot about how he didn't have a dad. He gets angry at the thought of it, so maybe he does want to try to, like, make sure the kid has a dad, but I'm not sure if he's doing it to make himself feel better, or if he's actually doing it for the sake of the child, you know? I don't know. But, oh, man. Let's see. Wondering if I cut to the scene, usually this shows the actor. Yeah, Aya Cash is her actor name. Known for a couple things that I don't recognize. She was on Law & Order. Okay, maybe that's what I recognize her from. I used to watch that a long time ago. Sorry, I'm just trying to... Let's see. Cash. IMDb. I don't want any kind of spoilers, but... I'm just curious if there's any, like, bigger things that I've seen. Modern Family, American Dad. I wouldn't recognize her from that, I suppose. Let's see here. Law and Order Special Victims Unit, which I did used to watch a lot of, so I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I don't recognize really... I recognize a lot of these shows, but not anything that I would have seen that I recognize. So maybe it was just that. Maybe it was just Law and Order from when I used to watch that a long time ago that I recognize it, which makes sense why I don't remember it now. But anyway, I was just curious about that. But, okay, I mean, other than that, we had the fight between... You know, like Huey getting punched by Butcher, but still going, so he's still part of the group, regardless whether, you know, because we had the fight early on in the episode about having Butcher back, you know, Huey was against it, but then kind of accepted it, but then he got hit by him, you know, and it seems like he's just kind of, like, accepting that they need Butcher, you know, and he's going with them, but I do really like, I guess I didn't talk about this, I really like that MM and Frenchie kind of... in a way, stuck up for Huey, even though I don't think they were really sticking up for Huey. Like, I don't think it was like, no, we're not leaving Huey. I think it was just like, they realized that what Butcher was doing was wrong, going after, you know, Kimiko's brother, because they're, you know, Kimiko's a part of the team, you know, part of the boys, and I think it definitely... that was the main thing, but I do like that they, even though they don't see Huey as a leader, they still, like, agreed with his judgment here, and maybe even, like, didn't want him to be gone like Butcher was kind of pushing for, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, anyways, guys, I think that is actually it for me at this point. I still feel weird. I feel like there was something early on in the episode that I wanted to talk about, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe I already talked about it, but there was something that I was like, oh, that's interesting, you know, but anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's it from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you're watching this on my Patreon, thank you so much for the support for viewing this as a Patreon exclusive. If not, if you're watching this on YouTube, once again, thank you for watching anyway, but make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to see the Patreon exclusives that I do, the link is in the description below. You can see that. I also do early access for my other shows that aren't Patreon exclusive. and all kinds of different benefits and stuff like that. So check that out. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye bye.